the island of the famous dance. They danced for prayer. Inside these rooms are the same. Little dark rooms for prayer. If you see little rooms, they are closed. We cannot enter here. Here are the same. Priests and priestesses went there and here, king and queen. They wash their hands, and then with the little vases with the hole that we have already seen, they made offerings to the nature, a few drops, honey, olive oil, wine, milk. They want to thank the nature for the products and to help to give more. We have the same ceremonies in the churches today. This area was open to have the other rooms, light and air. And the town is all around. The town had 67,000 people. And the rich people here helped the others to build beautiful houses. Why? They were friends. They traveled together. That's why the people here were not afraid of them. We don't see fortifications means two things. They had not wars. They had not slaves. They worked together. And the second, they respected the nature, the fertility of the nature, and the women. That's why they had a queen, not a king. The fertility of the nature was the bottom of it. These stones are limestone, soft stone.
Okay.
And everything that is yellow was wood. Today it's cement. You see what is original? The stone, the alabaster. The upper part is cement, it's new.
Okay.
Right? See the base is original. This part was wood. Today it's cement. The floor original, the benches, and the throne on the right side. Come. 3,700 years old. And you see here is a copy. We know what happened here. Priests and priestesses, king and queen came here. They washed their hands there, and then with the little vases, with a hole, they made offerings there, a few drops. Rooms for praying, not for many people. The pictures are copies. These animals are griffins. They don't exist.
Yes.
They have the head of an eagle and the body of a lion, and they symbolize power.
Power.
You see the spiral?
Yes.
The spiral, or the number 8, was the symbol of the eternity. It's even today. The little rosette in the middle.
Yes.
What is rosette? From one point, many. The symbol of the fertility. Both of them was the symbol of the eternal fertility. Was the symbol of the nature. And this throne is original, the benches, the floor, and the vessel. Nothing else. Everything that is yellow was wood. All these columns were wood. Today they are cement. The palace had behind these rooms were rooms where they had the vases for the ceremonies. But the rooms are too small for many people, only for priests and priestesses. This stone is porphyry. It was imported from Nubia, between Egypt and Sudan. Gold was imported from there, from Sudan. Silver from Asia Minor, copper from Cyprus. Cyprus means copper, Kypros, 50% pure. And from Canada, from Labrador, 95% pure copper. They need 3 months to go to Canada, and they travel day and night with the help of the stars. Today we don't have the knowledge, we burn the books, that's why. In that period they knew much more than we know today. But as you see, it's better here than outside. Outside is warm, inside here is better.
Yes.
Because they had very thick walls, 2 meters, to have the same temperature and to support the upper floors. The columns were more for decoration.
And is the same temperature in winter, the same?
Yeah,
Don't say.
it's cold, inside is warm. You see alabaster, if it is in the room, it's not problem. If it is outside, it's crystallized by the rain. These stones are original. These signs are for the engineers. And something is the pole, 5 kilometers from here to the north. Out of this ramp is a channel. It still collects the rainwater. The rain comes under the ramp to the river. That's why they need a little hill near a river for the drainage system. This tree is a fig tree. The area is without restoration because we have not a picture. This area had workshops. They found here vases and many tools, and they are sure they had workshops. In all the palaces, the workshops were near the road to the port. Many of these beautiful things were exported. One balcony on the left, another balcony on the right, to give us a good idea for the people who came from other countries. Behind the rooms here for trade, you see the storeroom. But we have not a picture, that's why it's without restoration. The people who came from other countries, if they wanted to pray, they went there. Little dark, stairs to go down like here, they wash their hands and they made offerings. They thought everything. They had a little...
This is was only for royal family?
Royal family, yeah. For the visitors.
Okay, this is for visitors.
But under the ramp here is a channel. You see the continuation, and it still collects the rainwater when it is raining, brings the water to the river. How they cut the stone, how they move the stone is unknown to us. And everything that is yellow was good. Baked cement, and that bread it was good. Inside there was good. To take the shock from the earthquake. You see the stones, 3,000.
Yes, big stones.
Original. How they cut the stones, how they move them, it's unknown to us. And here,
Like a pyramid.
yes, and you see here the sign is the signature of the person who cut the stone.
Yes?
The
Okay.
signature. The same
It's trident.
13.
Yeah, okay.
And many people came from this direction. They have here many square columns. The square columns have a special name, pillar. It was only covered, without doors. That's why the name, the entrance, whole area, an area for the visitors who came from other countries. They waited a little here without control, without doors, to enter the place.
Okay.
And here on the left is a little square room. The archaeologists found there tablets with the Cretan writing, linear A, linear B, but they're ideograms. They wrote only what they imported, what they exported, nothing else. Everything that we know comes only from the frescoes. The first writing is later, after the Trojan War. And here you see the sign is the signature of the person who cut the stone. Come a little from here. This tree is an olive tree. It's already 100 years old. The olive trees live more than 10,000 years, and they help the people to think. That's why Elia, El means wisdom, the tree of the wisdom.
Okay.
Come a little from here. The town is all around. Today it's not permitted to build houses. One village is down there, another one is there. The people were already here before the excavation. Today they can repair the old houses, but they cannot build any others. It's an archaeological area. And they had beautiful houses because the rich people here helped the others to build houses because they were friends. They traveled together. And that's why the people here were not afraid of them. They had not wars and they had not slaves. Because they worked all together.
But don't come from another countries.
The people who have not studied the stars, they were not able to travel. That's why they were not afraid. Only the people who studied the stars had the knowledge to travel. That's why they were everywhere in the world. They imported metals, they made beautiful things and they exported all these things and they helped all the others if they had problems. That's why the name Knossos. Come to see a little here. These stones are original.
It's from down,
Yes,
yes.
if you see cement, it's new. We know what happened here from pictures. The royal family stand there and welcome visitors. That's why the name of the road, Royal Road. The other entrance was for trading. This one was here for the important persons from other countries. A welcome place, a place for dances, and that building was flat, and a place for music. The Cretan traditional music that they had, we have event today. Floats, the harps, and the Cretan lyre. The dances are the same, but the reason is different, as I said. That way they dance to thank the nature, not to destroy the nature. Here it's half of the horns. You see the white stone. It's half of this. Half of this. This is only one part, this part. The other part is not here. As we have the crosses on the churches, they had two symbols, the horns and the double axe. In ancient Greek, labris means axe. When the next Greeks came here, after the eruption, 1450 before Christ, they have seen axes all around. And they named the area Labyrinth, means the area of labris, of axes. Later, if something was complicated, the people said it's as a labyrinth, and the word has another meaning today. Why the horns and the axe were religious, we don't know. They have not a right to. But as I said, after the eruption, many Cretans left the island, 1450 before Christ, and the good thing is they went everywhere and they gave the knowledge everywhere. Some of them built Troy, some others went to North Greece, some others went to Egypt. The people who were architects, the people who were engineers, the people who wanted to govern, they have to study ancient Greek. Otherwise, they were not kings, queens, or pharaoh. That's why when Alexander, the great Alexander, went to Egypt, later became pharaoh immediately. They knew that. Today, the people, they don't know that. The area of Egypt is a part of Hellas. There are 6,000 towns in the area of Mediterranean. They traveled everywhere and they helped the others if they had problems. El means wisdom. Las, Las means mountain. Lasit is Crete. Hellas is the east part of Mediterranean. Italy, Sicily, Tunis, Libya, Egypt, Lebanon, Asia Minor, Cyprus, Crete, and Greece. Means an area with mountains. Las means mountain where the wisdom comes. El. Why? The nature is strong, had 7,000 native flowers, the climate was good, and many olive trees. When the Ice Age period was at the end in North Europe, 8 or 10,000 years before Christ, people from here went to north, to south, to east, to west, and came all the other European languages. That's why the Latinic language is a Greek language, 95%, because the Trojans were Cretan. And the Trojans, after the Trojan War, they built Rome. That's why the Latinic language is 95% Greek language.
Yeah, but now we don't use anymore.
The people, they don't know that, yes. In German, it's Fus. In ancient Greek, Pus, the same name.
Yes, yeah.
We have learned people from north came to south. People from here went to north when the Ice Age period was at the end. And something else. It's better, it's right to say Asia Minor, not Turkey. Asia Minor is a part of Hellas. There are 3,000 ancient Greek towns that have been excavated. The most important Greek philosophers, writers came from Asia Minor. Today, Asia Minor has 80 million people. 70 million of them are Greeks who became Muslims 800 years ago. the people who gathered in Constantinople 800 years ago made a lot of mistakes. The people of the towns, of the villages had many problems. When the Mongols came to Asia Minor, the people changed their religion to have a better life, to have more freedom. And today they know that there are Greeks who became Muslim. They make DNA. 10% of them are real Mongols, Turks. If you say Turkey, you think that they are Mongols, all of them. It's wrong. 90% are Greeks who became Muslim. And these people are better than the Christians. They cultivate without to make chemical substances. The Europeans, the Cretans, the Americans do that. The people die and they continue. That's the problem. The religion is not a problem. All the people are good. And we have to think on the right way, to respect the others, the fertility of the nature. Otherwise, we have to come back to learn. That's why the coffins in the